The Su-35 and Su-30 are both more advanced fighters than the F-16. They have longer range radars, more powerful engines, and more advanced avionics. It is possible that Russia would shoot down U.S. aircraft if they were sent to Ukraine. Russia has warned that it would view the transfer of U.S. aircraft to Ukraine as a direct provocation and could respond with military action. In March 2023, Russia shot down a Ukrainian Su-27 fighter jet that was flying near the border with Russia. The Ukrainian government accused Russia of violating international law, and the U.S. condemned the attack. If the U.S. were to send F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine, Russia would likely view this as a more serious provocation. Russia has a much larger and more powerful air force than Ukraine, and it would be in a much better position to shoot down U.S. aircraft. The U.S. would also be risking a wider conflict if it were to send F-16 to Ukraine. Russia has warned that it would view such a move as a declaration of war. The U.S. would have to decide whether it is willing to risk a direct military confrontation with Russia over Ukraine. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to send F-16 to Ukraine is a complex one. There are a number of factors to consider, and there is no easy answer. The U.S. government is likely to continue to weigh the risks and benefits of sending F-16 to Ukraine in the coming weeks and months. There are a number of reasons why the U.S. has not yet given Ukraine F-16 fighter jets. 1. Fear of escalation. The U.S. is concerned that providing Ukraine with F-16 could escalate the conflict with Russia. Russia has warned that it would view the transfer of F-16 to Ukraine as a direct provocation and could respond with military action. 2. Training requirements. It would take months to train Ukrainian pilots to fly and maintain F-16. This would mean that the jets would not be available to Ukraine in the near term, when they are most needed. 3. Logistics. It would be a logistical challenge to transport and deploy F-16 to Ukraine. The jets would need to be flown from the U.S. to Europe and then transported across Ukraine's borders. This would be a risky operation and could be easily intercepted by Russian forces. 4. Cost. The cost of providing Ukraine with F-16 would be significant. The jets themselves are expensive, and the U.S. would also need to provide training and logistical support. This would add up to billions of dollars at a time when the U.S. is already spending heavily on military aid to Ukraine. Despite these concerns, some experts believe that the U.S. should provide Ukraine with F-16. They argue that the jets would give Ukraine a much-needed edge in the air and would help them to defend against Russian airstrikes. They also argue that the risk of escalation is relatively low, as Russia is unlikely to risk a direct military confrontation with the U.S. over Ukraine. The Su-35 and Su-30 are both more advanced fighters than the F-16. They have longer range radars, more powerful engines, and more advanced avionics. Ultimately, the outcome of a fight between an F-16 and a Su-35 or Su-30 would depend on a number of factors, including the skill of the pilots, the weather conditions, and the terrain. However, it is clear that the F-16 would not be outmatched in a fight against these Russian fighters. Here are some of the key differences between the F-16 and the Su-35 divided by Su-30. 1. Radar. The Su-35 has a more advanced radar than the F-16, which gives it a better ability to detect and track targets. 2. Engines. The Su-35 has more powerful engines than the F-16, which gives it a higher top speed and a better ability to climb. 3. Avionics. The Su-35 has more advanced avionics than the F-16, which gives it a better ability to navigate, target, and engage targets. 4. Maneuverability. The F-16 is more maneuverable than the Su-35, which gives it an advantage in close-range combat. 5. Weapons. The F-16 can carry a wider variety of weapons than the Su-35, which gives it more flexibility in combat. 6. Experience. The F-16 has been in service for many years and has been used in combat by a number of countries, while the Su-35 is a newer fighter and has not yet seen combat. Overall, the Su-35 and Su-30 are more advanced fighters than the F-16. However, the F-16 has several advantages, including its maneuverability, its ability to carry a wider variety of weapons, and its experience in combat. The outcome of a fight between an F-16 and a Su-35 or Su-30 would depend on a number of factors, but it is clear that the F-16 would not be outmatched in a fight against these Russian fighters.